welcome back to the world of Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. We are back after a week. Ziggy's back, but unfortunately Fen is not with us today. He is sick, so Fen, if you are watching our stream right now, we are wishing you a speedy recovery.
Hi, hon. Also, hi.
Yeah. Anyways, we are picking up where we left off last time. My game is not being shown on stream. Let me fix that. Oh yeah, it's still stuck on VR chat. And
Yep.
alright, and then I need to fix the game audio. Oh, alright.
Audio.
Yep, so let me get that going.
Yep.
Yeah, we are going to be completing Case 3 today. We're going to be starting Case 4, which I have heard is the best game in the series. They're not the best case in this. The best case in this game. I was really thinking about it. I was one step ahead of myself because the best game in this series apparently is Investigations 2, but we're not there yet. We only have 2 cases left to complete. 3 counting the one we're currently on, but we're going to be completing that today. So anyways, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we are here. Yep. That's where we are. Last time we were banned from the haunted house, so now we gotta deal with that.
All right, so we are back at Gatewaterland, and
Yep.
If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Oh, here we go.
You got this, Ziggy.
Alright, hold it.
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this.
And what is that?
When people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great...
Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu?
Yeah.
Because I totally forgot. Alright. The great Yatagarasu.
But I thought you were a thief, not a hero.
The Yatagarasu is noble, and always a thief of justice.
That's... of course!
If we have enough information, we can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this.
Yep, that's her.
So we weren't breaking and entering. Okay.
Yeah, that's her little gadget, little thief. It's called Little Thief.
Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony,
you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Agent Lang, Pabs, you want to do it?
Yeah. So you want to use your little toy. Be my guest.
Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Detective Gumshoe. Alright. Is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprints among the police's reference documents? I'll do Gumshoe if that's okay with you, Pabs.
You're fine. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be doing some stuff there.
Yes, sir. We got it just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case.
Alright, I'll input the haunted house data. Then...
Watch this.
Oh, that was supposed to be... I said it wrong. Oh well.
What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house.
Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene.
Okay, what should I recreate first?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But I'm going to make you do all the hard work.
Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall.
was a badger doing all the way down there?
I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for an atmosphere.
Do you know which badger it was?
No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. We saw in the cutscene, the beginning cutscene, it was the proto-badger.
Yeah, we'll have to get there.
In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete.
Alright.
Then I started walking towards the exit.
And that's when you were struck from behind, right?
Yes.
But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did you...
Assailant.
What's that word?
Assailant.
Where did your assailant come from?
There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here. Definitely here.
I mean, like, he was the badger.
Take that! That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was, in fact, a costumed kidnapper.
Oh, so he used the costume as perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house.
Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop off, and then I was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this.
It's not bad. I'm beginning to think you should steal this tactic for myself.
Just don't use it to do anything criminal, Kay. Well, Lance?
What are you asking me for?
As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first.
I'm one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money.
He didn't set foot inside? Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright then, you're claiming it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me.
Yes, I'm sure it was him.
Okay, I'm putting you in field now. Mr. Deacon was the bad badger, right? Since the bad badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is in its left hand.
Wait, why? Oh, for context there, Ziggy, it also had the thing ripped off, the gun ripped off, so...
Yeah.
Oh.
Now to verify the facts of this recreation. Here we go. Alright. Okay, let's go. It's a replica of myself.
You were totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh?
Yes, I suppose I am also to blame for what happened to me. It was incredibly dark, which is all the more reason I should have been more alert. I vow never to be caught by surprise again.
Oh, hey, this was the... Oh, you know what? This was the one clip. I remember now. We did a really, like, out-of-context watching of a clip a while ago, and we were like, we're gonna forget all about this. Look at this now.
I don't even remember. Anyways, you didn't recreate the weapon.
Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with?
The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hand. It was a sword from what we saw in the cutscene.
Yeah.
Okay, where were you hit?
I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious.
Sounds painful.
Why are you smirking like that when you say it?
It's just your imagination. Now, let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon.
Bingo, there's a sword there.
Oh, painting. Oh, we have to show it. Oh, the broken sword. That thing. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Take that!
There's the only thing in the hallway.
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword.
Are you talking about this thing here?
Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me.
He'll leave no evidence behind, right?
Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. Okay, so what test do we want to run on this sword?
Oh, he bled.
Yeah.
We wouldn't find fingerprints because it was a costume, but...
Yeah, Luminol, Emma's, thing.
Yeah.
The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so a fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter?
Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys.
I'll continue to do Sheena, if that's okay. Understood. She doesn't speak much. She doesn't speak much anyway. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that blade is spotless.
So, it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info.
Okay, here we go.
This is why I swear Kay is becoming one of my favorite characters right now. She's amazing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Oh, the gun's still there.
Alright.
You totally pistol whip someone.
Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yeah. It has to be.
Okay, but which one?
It has to be the missing model gun. Yeah.
It wasn't there.
Yeah. Eureka! What?
Oh, it wasn't. No, we're going a little fast.
Yeah. This here contradicts this piece of evidence. Yeah.
You know, I think you're overthinking this just a bit.
Maybe I wasn't thorough enough in my explanation. I like how this game's penalty bar is a little bit more has a lot more life in it than the original trilogy.
The last one, yeah. I see what you mean.
I must remain calm. If I was struck in the head exactly the way this recreation portrays, I believe that it would go against a certain piece of evidence. A piece that's deeply connected to this case. Definitely worth a try.
Deeply connected? Well, I guess you can examine it first?
Star Wolf! Thank you so much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the Orange Heart Tribe. Hope you are doing well today.
Yo. Anyway. I guess examine first. See if there's anything about that. Okay, I guess so.
You know, the Bad Badger is pretty bad looking when you see him up close.
Well, what did you expect from a character named the Bad Badger?
And those sunglasses. Wearing them in the dark makes him seem extra bad.
Now I'm lost. Which meaning of bad does she really mean? Alright, let's... I think we need to...
Well, I don't think it's Edgeworth. So, if it's not the other weapon, and we've clearly pointed at the gun with the gun, is it the costume itself? Because, like, that thing was rugged. Oh, the thing in the bin, maybe? Or did we have that as a...
Interesting situation.
No.
Yeah, this is Ace Attorney Investigations.
Gunpowder proof is burned. Okay, that's worn at the shooting thing. Okay. What if it was the that doesn't add up. I don't know if it does. Was the mirror... Do we remember if the mirror in the funhouse was broken? We remember that was broken, right? That may not matter too much right now. Okay. Well, if I'm going with process of elimination, I would say that if it's not the problem of the gun, it would be the matter of the sword. And the sword was broken. Was was hitting the temple, in the right temple, right temple, right temple, he would hit his left first, not his right. Turner, like, imagine you're Edgeworth right now.
Yeah.
Like, if he was hitting the right temple, why didn't he just hit him with the gun?
Yeah.
Try that?
Yeah, let's try this. You know what? I'm gonna save here.
Yeah, good call. And then we'll load up.
So what are you trying to contradict with in this investigation? We're trying to find the contradiction in this recreation of of Edgeworth getting attacked.
But he would get hit in the left temple first, not the right temple if he was just doing a straight up swing. It'd be kind of weird if it was the other one.
Yeah, let's try this. Eureka! Finally, I found a clear contradiction of facts about the sword.
There you go.
Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side.
The opposite side? Huh?
If the culprit held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would hit.
I see. But the blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you.
Exactly.
It's the teacup case all over again.
Exactly. This prop sword has a large handguard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, it couldn't be the left hand or both hands. It must have been the right.
I'll change the data to reflect a right-handed swing.
Not yet, Kay. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'd only create a new contradiction. Changing the prop sword to be in the culprit's right hand would conflict with what?
A gun.
Now the gun.
Yeah, we just skipped the step.
Yeah. Take that! The bad badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition.
Hey, that's right. Then what now? If it wasn't his left hand or his right hand...
It means that the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, Lance?
No.
Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect.
Fine, it was me. I hit you.
It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance?
Wait, isn't Lance left-handed?
Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult, but that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Yes, good thinking on this. That's Edgeworth for you. That's why he's my favorite. He's one of the smartest characters in the series. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance, or should I say, the Proto-Badger.
Okay, got it. Give it.
Here we go. Do it. Now, we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me.
All we have to do is examine this new creation and...
Not so fast! Not so fast.
And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang?
That amusing little gadget. Sure packs a punch, right, Sheena?
Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in.
Don't make fun of little thief. You mean a werewolf? And Mr. Atkins bring out the best in each other.
Got your little fun. Now it's my turn. You sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions YouTube keeps spewing won't whet this wolf's appetite.
Oh, you wanna do voice acting with us, Star Wolf? You want to do it? I can give you the role if you want. If you want, Star Wolf. You're already in my server. All right. I'll grant you access. You'll be entered into a new section called Voice Acting Central. We're in a VC in there. Let me do that real quick. Let me find you in there. All right. There you are. All right, you now have the role, Star Wolf. All right.
That's cool.
Welcome to the team. Welcome to the squad, Star.
Hi.
Star?
Oh, okay. Hi.
Alright, give me a moment.
You fine?
Yeah, dude.
Sorry.
Alright, let me read this. Okay.
I already said this part. We're getting started.
You want to try your hand at being Lance, Star Wolf?
Yeah. I can let that one go.
Because normally my friend Fen is the one who voices Agent Lang, but Fen's currently sick.
Yeah. There's no guarantee that your employee will always show the real situation at any given time.
Yeah. Let me turn you up a little bit. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep, perfect.
Yep, I can hear you.
Alright.
All
Alright,
this
let me
is
read.
what information you put in there, right?
Well, when you put it that way,
Your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm gonna let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house.
And what may that be exactly?
It kills you. A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Gina,
Here you are.
here you
then, what you missed, girl.
Oh, that's actually good. Hold on, that's a good Sheena, Star Wolf. Now Sheena doesn't speak all that much, but next time she pops up, I'll let you do a line for her.
Sure. I'll do the girly line for you.
Is written right here in this pamphlet.
The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger.
What is this?
I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll.
We saw it in the cutscene, Lang. How can this be?
Guess that throws your whole theory about it being an attacker right out the window.
Yeah.
That can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid it off somewhere. And then he lay down and pretended to be it instead.
Not so fast. The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he hide a giant doll? You get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led to the completely wrong conclusion.
Yeah, the thing, by the way, Star, the main thing about Lang is that he literally does not believe in any logic. As you can tell. Ugh.
Get off your high horse, or I'll eat it.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me.
Huh? You don't know when to quit, do ya?
I can't quit not until I can declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks.
There you go again. Well, see if I care.
Okay, I'm updating the recreation now.
Yeah, if you're wondering who Lance is, he's the guy that's behind the Proto Badger. And yeah.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be the kidnapped person.
I see.
That's really weird. Look at how it changes from Blue Badger into the Proto Badger all of a sudden.
The slumped over badger was just a doll. Where is my attacker hiding?
Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. Yep, so...
Oh, we can move? Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna move over there.
I'll let you get some lines in, Star. Here's a Lance.
Yeah.
You can lie all you want, but it will be all for naught, Lance. As soon as I expose the truth, you will be placed under arrest.
After all like that, that's done for you.
What your father has done for me...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Rich
What
boy,
your-
don't worry about it.
What your father has done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now.
Unbelievable.
It's really good.
No.
That's K, that's K.
Yeah.
Right now, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh.
That was my line.
Careful the lines there.
Yeah.
You sound kind of like a bully right now, Mr. Edgeworth.
If I'm not serious about this, he will never understand the true gravity of his crimes. Yeah, it takes a little. It took me a little
It's
getting
okay.
used to when in this kind of state, because normally when a character's talking, because when they're up close, their mouth moves, but these little sprites don't have mouth movements, so I will not allow him to remain a child forever.
Now that sounds like a dad.
Alright, I think we're at the end of the hallway for a bit.
Yeah, let's take a look at this silhouette.
This is where the Proto Badger shows up in our recreation.
Yes. Now the question is, where did he come from?
Where did he go?
Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model.
There must be an inconsistency somewhere.
We'll start with him.
This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house.
The one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right?
According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy.
Because one's an ally of justice, and the other is a biocriminal with a gun.
Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Alright, so... It's not somehow connected. Yeah, let's take a look.
Well, what do we have on us right now? Wait a minute, how many costumes are we still on?
3.
Three.
Yeah, because we already have a list of who did. Lauren, Lance's girlfriend, was the Blue Badger. Proto Badger, there was Lance Amano, was Lance, and then the Bad Badger was our victim, Oliver Deacon.
Okay,
Should we try this?
I don't think so. That one doesn't sound great. Well,
I think it might be a little too risky.
The other piece of evidence that we have, which is the whole, it's meant to be there.
Blue Badger, the Proto.
Yeah, they're...
There's really not much I can think of, but...
It gets a bit weird. Don't worry about it. Well, maybe... There's only one of each badger in the park. But if there were 2 costumes, so we saw the blue badger, right? Or did we see the proto badger in the lawn area?
The Blue Badger's car was already parked. It was parked in the garage where the body was found.
No. I mean, like, last case, we went to the place that was kidnapped, and we caught a glimpse of one of the actors that was still in one of the badger costumes, right?
Yeah. But there's...
What badger was that?
That was the Proto Badger. And then Meekins was the Blue Badger.
So that means there's a second blue badger one that Lauren was in. Which means that this third one technically shouldn't exist, but in actuality, it's a... Can we back out of this area and maybe examine the mirror or something?
The broken glasses?
Yeah, what's this mirror about?
Well, this one's not broken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like one of the evidence clue or something.
Wait.
Okay.
Ziggy?
Oh,
Ziggy's gone.
if you want, I can... I can do some line. Oh.
No, I can get it.
Yeah, it's exact.
I was just eating some chips, so getting myself.
Okay.
When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors.
Indeed. Who has ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before?
Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene, thanks to these mirror shards.
Finally, we got some logic. Like,
Oh, did we get logic?
Logic!
Oh, maybe we should check our stuff.
Hey, wait. These shards. There's something different about them.
Oh?
The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back of them too.
The pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors?
Oh, I know what these are.
Different. They're very different.
Two-way glass.
Oh.
What?
It's a two-way glass.
Two-way glass. Ah!
Oh wait, apparently all the mirrors are like that. Do we contradict anything here? Like obviously with those investigation bits.
It's the Proto Badger who struck me. I suppose I should really say that it is Lance.
Oh, are you going to get him back?
I need not resort to violence when the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice.
Really? Because I would totally have decked him right back. If someone steals from me, steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works.
The third statement doesn't seem to be of much benefit to her survival. Alright. I think
there's gotta be a contradiction with the Blue Badger itself. Is there anything around him that makes sense? No? It's a contradiction with him.
Yep. Alright.
So what?
Let's see.
Is it the glass?
Could be the glass.
No, that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't.
Alright, let's try my theory.
Okay, let's start with the stolen costumes. Save first, and then we'll load back here for some light.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if you got it.
Yeah.
Eureka! Nope. Well,
Yep,
maybe it's
okay.
not in complete contradiction.
You can load now if you want.
Hold it, Mr. Edgeworth. Which is it? Is it a contradiction or not?
Sorry, I don't quite know. There's something wrong with this scene. That much I know for sure. Or maybe it's just a trick of the eye. No, that can't be it.
Oh wait, look at him. Oh, wait, keep looking at him.
What could be?
Does anything happen to him?
He's already dead.
Oh wait. If it's a trick with the mirror, then it is the glass. Show the glass.
Alright.
What if?
This is the mirrors on the wall, very thick, and has a design on the back.
Alright, let's try this. Nope.
Okay, well then no.
Was worth a shot.
Okay, then maybe it's the pamphlet? What's the pamphlet say? Can we see that again? The one that was the murder one. That one. No, the other one. The second piece of evidence.
This one.
The second. The one, if I'm going right to left.
This one? Gatewaterland pamphlet?
Yes. That. This. Disappearing. Disappearing. I think we gotta show that. I think that's our evidence. Actually.
Yeah, that might be it actually. Good.
Disappear.
Alright. Eureka! Wait, what?
Okay. How are we? I feel like we're too fast. I know that's probably the right answer. So, is there?
Maybe we're taking a little too
Well,
Maybe
then
one
what else
step
is it? Like, obviously it's the cost. Like, what the fuck?
I wonder. So let's see. It could be. Let's see. Let's see. The revolver. Oh, what about with the wings? I'm just curious.
That's
Wait, the
that's
pelts?
Deacon's necklace.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This is the blue badger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the. Oh, wait a minute. That's ingenious. Look at the badger again. I think I just remembered. I think I saw something. What have we been doing this whole time, like in terms of evidence with this case? Right and left. What's on the right side? What's on the left side? Now check the Bible. Check the pamphlet. Check the pamphlet. I wasn't saying to look at it, but to check it.
Oh!
Right
I see.
and left.
Eureka! Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger that I finally just noticed.
Huh? Like what?
Good catch. The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake?
That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is, in the pamphlet.
So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Now we use the logic, I
And
think.
then logic combination
Alright, let's
makes
try it.
sense now. It was a Scooby-Doo effect.
Alright.
It was smoking.
It was a ghost!
Together.
It was.
Okay, do you remember what you said earlier?
What I said earlier about what?
About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors?
A house of mirrors? Oh. That would explain the reversed or mirror image.
Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one.
That was the blue badger you saw.
Read it again. Read it again.
Sorry. Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection?
When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror...
Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right?
Precisely, I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black, and there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway.
Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me.
Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall.
Ooh.
Mirror
The
fragment.
reason? Probably the fragments, yeah. That's the only logic we can actually do.
Wait.
Oh, the pamphlet, obviously. Because he would need a disappearing badger.
Yeah, take
Yeah,
that!
it's the only way you could do a badger.
As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger.
You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there.
That was true at the time. However, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash.
Move the mirror wall.
Either that or dim the lamps.
And probably
Move
did
the
the
mirror
lamp. So that way it could have a reflection of the actual blue badger.
Nah, but if you move the mirror wall, it would, like...
To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created.
Oh, so when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror?
Yep. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them.
And if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway.
Then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit.
Huh? How so?
Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here. Yeah, right here. Take that! There was a very large blind spot, one that I could not see beyond, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, then you wouldn't
be able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the Blue Badger doll.
Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror.
Wait, hold on. I just thought of something.
Yes?
Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now? In reality?
Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? If you found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound!
Leave the money and go now.
Okay, Mr. Ghostman.
Ignore that.
That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Kay, I'd like you to input some new information.
Don't scare me like that!
Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me.
Sure, whatever you need. So, what do you need anyway?
If you could first recreate this hallway just before I enter the dining room.
You got it. Now this, I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although, at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then, I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering. You heard what? Then?
Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken.
So then when you stepped outside into the hallway again...
The mirror wall should no longer exist. Kay, please recreate that.
Got it!
They just teleported there.
They also have teleportation.
Wait, but with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ha, that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway.
I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything.
No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head.
Huh?
Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw in the recreation lies...
In the far left? Because there's no one there.
Yeah. Take that! Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall.
Oh, there's no blue badger there.
Exactly, the blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction.
Oh, when he was sitting down.
Now let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right?
And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger.
Costume. The one with the bullet wound.
Yeah, the victim's costume. Take that! The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body.
It makes sense now.
Star.
Got this, Star. What?
Agent Linguini, Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off, and you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon.
No!
Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
Not so fast! Not so fast! Huh! You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection! There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time, all for the theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in.
Ah, yeah!
Now then, I'd like you to recall something from me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano!
Michael. Yeah.
It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned me in all this sudden. He snapped and turned my lips right after I hung up with you. And shoved me into the ground and started me.
Straddled.
Startled me.
Straddled.
I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. Bullet looked him right through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken the gun to shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail.
Then why not share that? See? Justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself.
That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you.
As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I have nothing to do with this murder! The only person you should be arresting is Lance. Sorry, you're not slipping away easily, Mr. Romano. Tamper with the evidence so that you could cover. Okay, that. Once more. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? How could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? Believe me, I came all this way from across the sea just to see you, you know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Romano. How about the case from 10 years ago?
A case from 10 years ago?
Oh, what's the name you use here for that case? Sheena!
Alright, Star.
Known as the KG-8 incident.
KG-8 incident.
KG-8 incident. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
The KG-8 incident?
Oh, so you remember it. Good. And you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Armano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring.
Smuggling? There's that word again.
At the time, the person was arrested as a ringleader. It was Mr. Armano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin DeVore.
Deborah. Ziggy, you can
You want me to do her?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Pork roast.
Alright.
Okay.
Clear.
Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. DeVore, I always suspected that you were involved in the smuggling ring, Mr. Romano. Miss DeVore was arrested in place of you. Which is why, when he broke out, you hid from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Now, please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Hold it!
Oh.
What the? Who the heck was that?
Well, if we meet I didn't think we were gonna meet again. And
I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind.
Oh, actually, no. Actually, no. What? Star. He needs to do more.
You got it. You got 1 star. Go for it.
Yeah, you're that
right.
guy. I think that's that guy. Portsman.
Yeah.
Jacques.
Do
Portsman.
whatever you want.
You're late. Okay.
Jacques Portsman. Jacques Portsman.
I am Jacques Portsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Thank you very much. Oh, Jacques, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case. Keep your paws off my suspect.
Sorry, but I can't comply. I got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with media, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
Sorry, hate prosecutors. Whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the 2 suspects.
Sir.
Oh, almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you.
Thank me?
Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal.
Is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean?
You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to fight the hand that feeds you?
The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow.
No use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Romano in that smuggling ring, alright?
No, I would never do such a thing.
What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring.
Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Romano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude.
Top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about that forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you?
Courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed.
Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. Prosecutor never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by that kind of thinking is any wonder why courts produce nothing but falsities and lies.
It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all?
Rest assured, next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. But don't you forget it.
Please, wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so?
Lang is head of the long-honored house of the Lang in Zhengfao. The head of all police-related division is that country is well of Lang blood.
Were? And what do you mean by that? Aren't they still?
They were reversed, but that is a long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the court.
How can that be?
Prosecutor once withheld a tampered with the evidence. One of the Lang detectives found that evidence purity was tarnished.
Tarnished.
And cost the Lang family its honor and trust.
But not all prosecutors are like that.
Even so, Lang will never respect court again, or any prosecutor.
So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors.
Man, what a piece of work that guy is.
No, that's Star.
Yep.
Okay.
Starts to know.
What a piece of work that guy is. Come on, dude. We better catch up.
Yeah.
We still gotta deliver that thing to the old man after all.
Just for reference, Portsman was the culprit in the first case of this game.
Yeah, he died. He killed that other guy.
Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah, are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's alright with you, can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir.
Excuse me?
Yes? What is it?
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective.
I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman supposed to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. And there she goes again, talking to herself.
Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping.
No, I have no idea.
Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning he had no interest in the staged self-abduction.
Wait, then why did he...
I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops.
Me?
Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Deveray into cooperating.
Father?
As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind.
That is... Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Although, there's no need to thank me.
No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you.
Don't get started.
Oh boy.
Nope, bye. No.
Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Way to go, sir.
Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief.
What are you going on about now?
Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for ya.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered it all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know.
What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth? How do you know this girl?
Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy.
Gummy?
What you got there?
Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promise I'd return this to you one day, remember?
That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past, to that fateful day 7 years ago when I first met the then child Kay and Detective Gumshoe. Well, we're going back in time for the 4th case. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
The,
We're gonna.
So here's the fun part. It's a flashback case. Surprise!
Oh boy. Turnabout reminiscence. Let's go.
Oh, it's a real
Beginning
flashback case too.
Chapter 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reminiscence.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right. Cutscene time. You gotta.
Or maybe some. Yeah.
Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself
I'll be
the
right back,
second
by the way.
Yatagarasu.
Okay.
Okay.
The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. 7 years earlier.
For a lot of things.
Classic Judge! It's Classic
Hey.
Judge!
And 2 lawyers?
Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy.
Yeah.
But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it.
Objection. I am defendant. What exactly is it?
Yeah, the cutscenes automatically skip through text.
Yeah, this one was specifically like a flashback thing.
Yatagarasu's the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench.
Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu?
Don't you dare deny it! You told me to kill him and he snuck into the embassy.
Are you screaming at Mr. Bear to sing over that?
Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Oh
Well,
boy.
sure don't.
Alright. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. I'm not gonna do do a classic judge though. I'm just for the cutscene
Yeah,
sake.
no, it was just for the cutscene part.
All I did to say is more older and
There we are.
I give.
Best buddy.
Oh boy, he's in his old coat too.
Yep.
hey.
It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first
be right
assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant.
Edgeworth? I'll do a better sound of it.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. I was actually thinking of having Star do this. Star, I think I might have Star do him because Star hasn't gotten to do many lines
we're
yet.
Gonna have to take a proper pause on things there.
Yeah.
Or...
I'm back.
Oh,
well, Ziggy's here at least.
Look who's back on the right. Oh, I don't think you were here. No, you didn't join us till Justice for All, Ziggy.
I feel like I could do a good karma for a bit.
All right. Yeah, that is Franziska's father, Manfred von Karma. Sir.
Hold on. Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial?
Yes, sir. I've memorized everything that there is to know.
Very good. The paperwork for this prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edward, always bear in mind that, as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection.
I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud.
As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion.
Yes, sir. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Can I do it here?
because we're in the past, I was thinking that we might use the original soundtrack. I'm not gonna change the sprites though. I'm not gonna change the original sprites because I just love the animations. Yeah. Yes, sir. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching it and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Nah, young Edgeworth, you don't have to be perfect.
Just runs into the corner immediately. Justice!
Alright, let's see who these people are.
Who's that guy? What? I could drink a whole gallon.
I've never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Just drinking away. Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry?
Okay, later.
Alright, who's this? Ziggy, you can do her. It's an old lady.
Old woman.
Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter?
I just thought someone would have bought
Hors d'oeuvres.
would have bought hors d'oeuvres by now.
But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide hors d'oeuvres here.
Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here.
What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? And I have a feeling you know.
I think we're not meant to be really talking with people here, I'm guessing.
I mean,
I was just gonna say that.
aren't these great? Daddy made all of these.
Awesome. But didn't you get fired right after you made them?
Ah, yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing, and my boss wasn't very happy with me.
Hey, Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it?
I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired? It could be trouble. Now I'm curious.
If only. I think this is just random bit.
Wait, is Star back yet?
Peter, sir.
Not yet.
Alright. You've got a good eye if you can tell that I'm a prosecutor with just one glance. Oh, you can do this. Alright.
Oh wait, who am I?
I was gonna see if you could be Manfred von Karma, who's down there, the guy in the blue suit. He has a very deep voice. Yeah, but that's Bailiff.
They are always only prosecutors or defense.
Not actually talking with him yet.
In the lobby.
Oh.
Yeah, we're actually talking to the guy right behind.
That's the Bailiff.
Well, then, I usually hit the mark of like, yes, one or the other while there is a reason.
You were only guessing? Alright, now...
I think we should probably get to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Oh, wait, hang on. I think I need to talk with him first. Yeah.
That's the point.
Alright, here we go.
Today's trial is to be ended just 1 minute.
Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct?
Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only did because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his blame in that case prosecutor Brian Faraday gave the order.
Faraday. I think it's Burn Faraday? Is that? I'll just go with that now.
I don't.
But the last name is Faraday.
Faraday gave the order. Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own Ray.
Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Burn Faraday?
He is a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense.
Nonsense?
He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court.
Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, but no man is above the law.
Well, there is always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matter.
That is very hypocritical of you to say, Lon.
especially after what you've done. But anyway.
Yeah. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals, I see.
Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday will not be forgiven.
Have no fear, I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. I secure an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of one arm.
Alright, first things first, I need to show you my badge. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir.
It's assuming that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It is the straight path you have traveled.
It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor.
I see. That as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of the prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in his badge. In the badge.
He needs to show it to every person he can.
Yeah, just like Phoenix. I understand. I will keep that in mind.
I will.
Besides, why put the holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous.
I guess that's why prosecutors don't really wear their badges. They just keep it in their pockets. Prosecutors must
Probably
also
so.
take pride in their appearance. I keep this in mind as well.
Here's a joke for you there, actually. He doesn't like putting holes into garments there. Well, he sure made quite a big one on a certain someone.
I see. I personally had to remind the others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor badge in your pocket.
In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor? I understand, sir.
Alright.
Alright.
Anyway, what's going on?
So, have you achieved a firm understanding of this case?
No.
Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in the case files.
Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about.
Understood.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
We didn't really have a set voice actor for Manfred when he appeared in the first game.
Yeah, it happens there.
Yeah, because the Von Karma that we know more about is his daughter Franziska, who appeared in the second game. And she's also in this game, too. The murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Kodopian embassy. The victim, Mr.
This is a great day. I think it's a little bit more on the nose, buddy.
Mr. Deed, man.
The victim, Mr. Deedman, was a staff member at the embassy.
I'm just gonna say that for the heck of it.
Yeah. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mac.
Wait, no, this is a better name.
What are these names? It's Macro.
The fish
Oh, Mackerel!
walked into the prosecutor's office.
The defendant in this case. The defendant in this case, Mr. Macrell, was held for questioning at the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. I can't. It's going in the highlights.
That guy, you
Yeah.
good.
Yes, it is.
He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Kodopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Dead Man. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie.
Possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight. If he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's humanity. But I digress.
Continue, Edgeworth.
Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rell as the murderer.
The act of Mr. Rell firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitors' gallery.
Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarasu, Fern Faraday.
That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of the Kobahan Embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
The second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough.
Well, even among the police, it's information that only a selected few are privy to. Privy.
Could you please enlighten me, sir? Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents.
This is a 3-year-old newspaper.
You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct?
Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling.
Correct. CCU wasn't employed of the Amano Group and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Kodopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder?
Yes, Okapahan was the name of many. Kohen was
Kochin.
the suspect.
I think it's Kochin.
Sorry. Kochin. Kochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence?
If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in power to prove his guilt.
To make sure that all criminals are found guilty. My mentor is really dedicated.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well?
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization.
Just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify.
You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before the day of the court against the smuggling organization. The events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that is why it's being called the second KG-8 incident?
Yes. Yet, there is one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief,
Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu.
There we go. Yatagarasu, I better find out more. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, what could he or she have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting recorded and release them publicly. Or, more likely, to steal secrets from the Kobahan embassy itself. Since the item of the Yakadar stole from there was sent to the police.
What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I found it very ironic. By returning to the stolen item of the police, it was proof positive that the Yagarasu had infiltrated the infiltrated. Thank you. I'm sorry for pronouncing it wrong. Infiltrated the embassy on the same day as the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves. Wouldn't you say?
That would have to be the first time the Yagarasu has left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be a prosecutor in charge of the Yagarasu case as well.
He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG8 incident and the Yagarasu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. Oh! Oh my gosh, she's so cute!
What is it, little girl?
Alright, Ziggy, you're up.
Alright. You're scary, mister.
What?
Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
What?
Oh my god, she's adorable!
Cutie.
A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies, but it looks like you have exactly $1. Is this what you want?
That's exactly what I needed.
Okay, bye.
You just wanted $1.
I think she wanted a snack before court.
Yeah. Could that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse.
Shut up, Manfred.
Hey, I'm trying to read here. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
Not calling the kettle black there.
Oh,
okay.
I'll do this, bailiff.
Okay.
Because we got like 4 of these guys in here. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete.
Why? Do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes?
I'm so sorry.
I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it.
Gulp. It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
Round 1 you are. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself.
It's time for you to debut, Edgeworth.
Alright, bye.
I didn't think we were gonna...
September 10th, 4
Yeah,
p.m.
we're here. We are here now.
In courtroom number 3.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Seeing the courthouse in its full glory is just amazing, I swear.
Well, that's where people stand on the other way. They just stand by those poles.
Yep.
That's cool.
Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defendant is not prepared yet either?
Bailiff, where's Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, that. Hey! Okay, Pabs, you can do classic judge.
Okay.
We've never had a permanent judge voice.
I say. You must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first try. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, there was someone celebrating a birthday there in the recess. I could have sworn I heard a proper going on. Think of it. The other day with my grandson.
Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However,
Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is the black buffoon up to?
It's an emergency, sir.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay. Never mind. Silence.
There shall be no yelling in the guarded hall of law.
Says he while yelling.
Remove the men from the courtroom and what?
You want me to do gumshoe since I'm doing judge? Since you're doing judge?
Yeah, bet.
All right. Please wait. You have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them. They're both dead, Your Honor.
What?
What?
Number 10, District Court, hallway.
I like that voice.
Yep.
Oh,
boy.
I've seen pictures of.
I'm doing the freak this guy.
I've seen pictures of this dude.
Stay back.
Oh, God.
His coat. It says for someone who constantly gets accused of having a tattered rag. This guy fits the definition way more than Gumshoe.
Yep. I mean, his has literally got burn marks on it.
No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period.
Just who does this oddball think he is? All right. Actually, you wanna Ziggy?
Whoever.
I can Ziggy.
All right. This is becoming quite the hotspot.
Isn't she Mr. Rell's defense attorney? All right. Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. All right. First.
Great.
All right.
Roger that.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide.
I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible, and I like this guy's character theme already. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me?
Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple.
Mr. Faraday requested that you be here? Alright, well, first things first, badge.
I'll make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor.
Of course not. I was simply proving my title of prosecutor to you.
See, those prosecutors don't go around flaunting those things. It's like a detective outside with a badge flashing the sunlight. Show that off too much. Before you know it, they'll be LOD criminals.
That would be definitely a problem.
That would be for me.
Ha!
I've already contacted HQ about the situation. Have nothing to say to you, kid.
Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know.
I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid.
Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun?
I am going to shoot you. Oh.
It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that?
Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade. He had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackley, was shot and killed. He was found with a bloody knife in his hand.
Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2?
Yeah, that big look over there. His name's Gumshoe.
Me?
He's like,
He was in charge of guarding the place. He was in charge of guarding the place. Claiming that no one else entered the room.
If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct?
Maybe.
Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court?
Homicides are my only gig. Got a garage suitcase. also one of my assignments.
So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not?
Well, looks like you just might have a brain in there after all. I'll say that again. Looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours.
Son, I'm not your son, Pops! Alright, now...
Oh, the other guy.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright. Do you have a minute?
You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this.
I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court.
Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So, Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh?
I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. No, so do not take me for some naive novice.
Do not take me for some naive novice.
Yeah, he was my
That face!
So you're a student of Von Karma? I should have. Those clothes are a dead giveaway.
Stop right there! These are the garments of one who is gallantly presents the facts.
Thanks for a great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay?
I wasn't trying to do anything of the sorts.
Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, then we're about to go head-to-head in court.
But of course, I have heard so much about you, Miss Yu.
Yeah, but of course. I have heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Did I say something funny? Alright.
Yes, you did.
Alright, laugh at
No, your
this.
clothes are just
Hey,
funny.
there's this funny badge.
It is a shame that we will not be able to face each other. It was to be my first trial, too.
Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree. And what a nice squeaky clean badge you've got. You've got yourself there. I'm jealous.
By the way, I just noticed her earrings are like the scales of justice. That's cool.
Oh,
You got
that's
it
so
in.
But you know, somebody's trustworthy.
I'm sure its gleam will dull over time with experience.
Are you saying your reputation will also tarnish over time with it?
Ugh, that's not what I meant.
Well, you just can't avoid some things in life.
I'll never allow my badge or my reputation to become tarnished. I'd like you to update me. I'd like you to update me on the situation.
I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there?
If that's the case, then why are you here? Ugh, what's so funny?
It's just that the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court, until only a little while ago, was just murdered. It's just murder. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom, pretending as though nothing happened.
That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright, last but not least, Gumshoe. And you are... Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor. Prosecutor? I've never seen such a prosecutor. You're as young as you, pal. I've told you my name. Now, would you mind telling me yours? Detective Gumshoe. Just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. We love Gumshoe. You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you not? You got it. I'm a brand spanking new detective. So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so desire to see one, I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because a real man has a police badge. Someday, I'm gonna become an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. Did I say something wrong, pal? Forget it, detective.
Anyway, what's up with you?
So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that, but it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge, so you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, then I kind of froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range. Oh, that's terrible foreshadowing there. Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there, dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, that's... lie.
And there's bailiff.
Alright. You can do it, Star.
Miss you. There is someone here who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
The Copenhagen Ambassador staff member by the name of Manny Cohen.
Cochin.
What?
What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Was it Manny Cochin?
I'll be right there.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can do it, Star. It was 1 star.
Okay. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu.
Why are you here?
I have no desire to
Oh, wait, no,
ever
that's
see
that.
you
No,
again.
that's.
Oh yeah, that was mine.
Read the stuff.
I have no desire to ever see you again.
Now, actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat?
Fine, let's go.
And there.
Karma. It's been a long time.
I knew you showed up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see the case is no exception.
Do you know Detective Bad, sir?
Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime.
I've been left here in 3 days.
If only he would get promotion and move on.
Crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective.
It's not like I don't know. Moving on though, Pad. A man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident?
So I was right.
Just what is it doing wandering around here? That Faraday, I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. So I would have proved his guilty in 3 minutes.
Karma. I think you've said enough for now. in poor taste to speak like that about the departed.
Very well. On topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation.
Objection!
Franziska? Oh my gosh!
We need
Or Ziggy. Or Ziggy, you're hot.
Alright. Papa, how can you place him in charge?
Franziska, what are you doing here? She's so cute!
I'm here for summer vacation. What else?
Tiny child.
Franziska von Karma, so she is here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who's also junior to me.
You're the one who's junior to me. And don't you forget it.
You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you?
As if you were able to pass. Then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never!
Why does she always have to be this competitive?
Anyway, Papa? Are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover this case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
That's just like Franziska. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them.
God.
Yeah.
We two will be conducting the investigation.
What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene?
This is the perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. Prosecutorial, thank you.
Crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in.
I am the one with the authority over this crime scene, and I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth, Franziska, I leave the case to the two of you.
Understood, sir.
Yes, Pabo.
I will go take care of the paperwork now.
When we first met Franziska, she was only 18. How old is she now? 13! Wow.
Wow, a
7 years.
very young,
He's a baby.
a very young,
He's a baby.
a very
We don't
young
know. We don't know
very
who.
young prosecution.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Remember, I'll accept nothing but the perfect report from both of you. Do not disappoint me.
Hold up, look, Karma, I still haven't agreed to this.
Miles Edgeworth?
It's been quite some time, Franziska.
This will be the perfect chance for us. To see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Long time no see?
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first, doesn't mean you can act all proud.
Ah! She hasn't changed a bit.
Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
Crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter.
Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him, he never fails. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad.
Better off checking things out on your own.
Very well. It seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task. That is
Yep, they're definitely dead.
Nah,
September 10, 4:15 p.m. Visit Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
I really am liking what you're doing with that there. I think I'm gonna have you do the voiceover for those parts.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank
boy.
you.
Yeah, we haven't really thought of that. We can just let him be as is, but
Yeah, because I know Nico B does a funny voice when he does 10:28 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. That's what he does.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna blame the self-checkout at work because I had the perfect voice whenever I say those things.
Yeah.
Please. Welcome. Please select your language, enter your phone number, then press enter.
That's
Anyway.
perfect.
Yes.
Is this the only real reason why they? Is the only real explanation they killed each other simultaneously?
Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone. You should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about?
I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the Vikarma name.
A competition?
The person that figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name?
Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth.
Fine, whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you're accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy.
Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence. I'm going to find the perfect evidence and
Prettily.
and prettily present it like a professional I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish.
You're the child.
Get over there. Hold it.
Kid?
Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
You're younger than me, Franziska.
I said kids. Kid.
There you call me a kid as well.
I'll do what I please, and I'll shoot you again. And I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. So ignore that middle part. Hey, big guy, you're gonna watch over these two.
Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. Now do what I say from now on, kids, okay?
You better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
That's a writing prop, Franziska. Then you, prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great, now even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. Oh, first threatening of the salary cutting noises.
This is where it started. All because he called him prosecutor boy one time.
What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? I wasn't already getting cut, I swear.
Oh my
That's
god.
up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. Like I said, every single time, in every single game, Gumshoe's salary keeps on getting cut.
Well, we don't know if it gets cut right now.
He's
It
so
did
naive.
earlier, though.
Oh my god.
We try running around
Yeah.
with it.
Detective Bad, may I have a word with you?
No. What is it?
It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons.
Yeah. Pretty obvious.
That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons?
Gun was inside Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Canopian embassy staff member. But never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rowe was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it. Yeah. Sorry. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well.
Could that have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if it's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence? He could have brought it then out and attacked Mr. Rowe with it.
Maybe you've got a brain there after all, kid.
Ugh! Is he going to treat me like a child forever?
Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rowe first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this.
Not yet. I feel that it's too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Bon Comma name. Okay.
That's nice. Actually, you know what's interesting? The sleeves are the same ones that are on that table.
Wait, no, you can't. I think he's just a
What are you trying to do?
some reason.
I was trying to talk to the forensics guy. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, Detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Alright, first logic?
Yeah.
Get.
We got the plastic bags on the desk over there, too.
Alright.
I talked to, maybe...
There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set, too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy.
There we go.
Neat and tidy table. I'm curious.
Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle? After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know? Maybe the plastic bags are scattered on the floor are throwing us off?
Maybe something in the bag, maybe.
Oh, what's up with the window?
Black.
Oh,
The
yeah.
black bag, yeah.
Actually, both are important. Let's check both at a
The
time.
window is open and, there's a fresh, flowery scent in the air. The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. You think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows?
Okay.
Alright, and then...
Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice.
Alright, and then finally, the bag.
Bag, yeah. Well, actually, isn't there something wrong with the TV?
Well, let's start with bag, because bag is interesting.
Okay.
There's some stuff in the bag, pal. I suppose this is Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? Now I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. You just not pay attention to anything you do?
Oh, really? That was nothing. Okay, cool.
Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge!
Man, you never seen this.
Ah! And it's way too noisy!
You're the noisy one, Scruffy!
Don't touch it. You're getting fingerprints all over it.
But I didn't touch it!
Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
Foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on.
Okay, cool.
Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case?
Third and row. Looks like they kill each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right.
And what would they be?
Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me?
What? Now I've been downgraded to just boy?
Alright, I think we can logic it out now.
Alright,
Let's
well,
see.
Let's see this. You know, you did it just as Ziggy was leaving, so...
Oh.
Alright, good to go.
Alright,
I see. Shut up, Ziggy, back. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back.
Yep.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure out something else?
this is a competition, Miles. And as such, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me.
As you wish. Alright, well, let's logic it out. So.
Alright, logic is neat and tidy table with plastic flags.
Alright, let's try. Alright, there we go. There we go. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle, in which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Please get that blood away from me, pal! Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Wait till you get a load of this, pal, it's Mr. Faraday's! Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so. I leave it in your hands, pal.
Okay, cool. Well, that's it.
Okay, maybe there's something wrong with the plan.
That's it. What else do we do? Oh wait, the TV had another thing, right? Yeah.
The TV has been left on. Why are you looking at me like that? That wasn't me, I didn't touch anything!
Gumshoe. You know what happened to you if you touch something again. Right.
I won't touch anything! And I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir! And you, get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway.
Really? Nothing? Or was that just a secular bloody thing? Do we not have anything else?
Maybe something on the sofa.
Can we go outside? No, wait, hold on, there was something. Hold on.
Go up. There.
Looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rowe. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What was that outburst for? My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rowe that fell first, see? You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. Yeah, that's...
Ooh. Okay. So what about that gun?
Oh, yeah, you gotta check out his face.
Mr. Faraday, how ironic for him to lose his life in a courthouse. Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder. Right, I'm on it, pal.
What about the bag? We were talking about the bags a lot earlier. Especially the
Yeah, they did.
Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You're good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments you, but when it's this guy... Anyway, these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Yeah.
What about the
Oh
dagger?
wait, we can present the blood now. That thing is really far away, actually.
Yeah.
We don't have a contradiction yet. If we did it, the button would be...
I mean, you can do that.
Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. Alright?
Oh wait, no. Look at the blood. Okay, look at the bag again. Do you realize what's wrong with it? Look at the bag that we have in our inventory right now. What's different? Look closely. One's on the outside, and the other.
What?
Look
I
at
don't get
that bag. That blood.
This blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question: do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve it as evidence?
Here, that's a clue. Look, okay, that's on the outside of the bag, and that one, look closely, is on the inside of the bag.
Yeah. Good
A
catch.
contradiction of evidence.
Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. guess it does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? Not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hand. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some more notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand.
Okay. So I would say that the real thing there, the contradiction, is the tag. Okay.
Whoa, what? Oh, that's right. I didn't notice that. His hand is all black down here, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this splotching pattern resembles an ink stain. Why?
Okay.
Again?
An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal?
Oh wait, why are we back here?
Mr. Rel's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rel's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible.
And able to form a theory with them the way they are.
What? What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are?
I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you?
I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it.
Laddie.
Oh, sir. You can
Yes,
do it.
sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir.
And there you have it.
Do you not approve?
Of course not.
What?
Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya?
Okay, please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir.
Don't you? Don't get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective.
Yes, sir! Understood, sir!
Black coffee and cigarettes. Anyway.
Let's see what we have here.
Well, Faraday has a pen in his hand. Alright. Okay, what's this here? There's something in his vest pocket. It's a fountain pen.
Oh, and
Alright.
logic there.
Yep, logic that. Hey, you know, I've always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual.
Alright. I don't care about the shot area.
Shot in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in the courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when the shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rel must have been shot from at least a yard or two away.
Okay.
Sure do know much you need stuff for your age, pal. Apparently this detective has much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial.
I'm just curious about the other spot, too.
It looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rel is holding. Wait. I don't see a stab wound, though.
It's under the text box, actually. Which makes it even stranger, because that's a non-fatal hit.
Lovely.
Youch! What's wrong, detective? My stomach started to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, alright?
Yeah.
The heart's on your right side of your body, right?
Yeah. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rel is holding.
Laddie.
Oh, that's you, Star?
Yes, sir. Very verifying now, sir.
Quick.
Look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rel is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence, and he aimed the gun at Mr. Rel and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here.
Alright, let's logic this out.
Alright, first things first.
And
Dang.
put the rest of these together.
That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand, I wonder it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy.
Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance of Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from the fountain pen.
I see. Good work. I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. Well, we have a contradiction already, because Faraday's holding the gun in his right hand. It's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows there is another possibility. No way, pal. Really? I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. Alright.
The wound on his side there, too.
Yeah. Well, the first thing...
where he was stabbed is non-fatal.
Yeah. Well, let's try this first.
Okay.
Because he's holding the gun in his right hand.
But it said on his left hand on the evidence.
The fountain
right?
pen. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eureka!
Okay.
Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand.
As we done.
Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else. Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of violent intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us.
Alright.
Hey,
we didn't mess up.
September 10th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
And I just noticed I've been using the wrong mic the whole time.
Yeah, that would have been kind of weird.
I just noticed I was using the wrong one the whole time.
Yeah. Here's the autopsy report. It's updated and everything.
And it's probable that Mr. Real survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from a stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course. The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other.
No.
It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin of doubt.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you? That you don't want to believe it's true?
No.
It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there's any contradictions to be found, that is.
Don't worry, I will. Alright, first cross-examination of the day.
What happened?
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Real survived for a short time. From this, it's obvious Mr. Faraday, after he shot Mr. Real.
Hold on. Wait. Crime scene notes. Alright. Death, approximately 4 p.m. Okay, well, actually, wait. Alright.
Okay.
And Mr. Real, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him.
That's a bit of a leap.
Those are the facts of this case.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. Alright, so I think we might have a direct contradiction in here.
Well, first off, we need to that fourth statement there, the third statement there.
Yeah, let's press that. Let's press this. Alright. Hold it! So you believe that the dying Mr. Rel stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Real became desperate, and he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Real was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
Can you really say that? It's perfect?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony.
Fine.
Well, I think there's one thing that's obvious there, and that's, Gumshoe didn't hear anything.
Okay.
He literally said there was no struggle or anything.
Well, no last
So that third evidence.
Yeah.
Didn't hear a sign of a struggle, there was a struggle.
Yeah. Alright. Objection! There we go. If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing.
Ha! You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Real get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rel saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So, what are you saying is this? Mr. Real took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Real after being stabbed.
Isn't there something strange in Francisco's statement just now?
Yeah, there's something off.
Yeah. Wait, something doesn't add up.
Oh, really?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed.
Because of the body, the crime notes.
Because...
The way they fell. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Take that! According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not have possibly fired the gun after that. And here comes the original music.
Oh, you got me.
But of course.
Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Real attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Real. Therefore, Mr. Real must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. This is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory? I see you've been studying, Francisco.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible. Before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could.
Nailed it! How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Franziska, you've still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is...
The order the bodies fell.
The order the bodies fell?
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't add up. One instantly, one event, one at a certain point. It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
See if you're right.
Let me get this straight. Yep, music stopped. I think we're good. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then, the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled.
No!
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene is that we must solve it is...
No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth.
What now?
I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong.
What happened, Part 2?
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Reel's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
I just know that Franziska's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Alright.
How much further we want to go here? Just asking. Or do you want to get through this one?
I'm thinking I might...
There's another... I think there's another, if I was going with the order on my end, there's another, testimony, another little bit there, and then like another bit before too many to be continued.
Let me just check the I'm gonna check the strategy wiki, but I'm only gonna check the table of contents to see what we got. I don't think we're too deep in this because there's only 4 parts to this case.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2. Counting this one, there's 3 testimonies left.
Yes.
All right.
In this to be continued section.
Yeah. Y'all want to just finish this chapter?
Sure.
Yeah, we can. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're not at defense hardness there at this time, so yeah.
Alright, anyways, it was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body, 2 guys fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. Alright, let's Press on this.
Really, they attacked each other at the same time is something to press.
Yeah. Hold it. Do you really believe that they fell in the exact opposite order in which they attacked?
Miles Edgeworth, you're not listening to a word that I'm saying.
Ah!
They both attacked each other at the same time, and Mr. Real fell first by chance. Leaving Mr. Faraday just happened to fall on top of him. Then Mr. Real died shortly thereafter, pinned underneath Mr. Faraday. That's how it happened.
So the two men attacked each other with Mr. Rel just randomly falling down first? The fact that the order they attacked each other in varies from the order that they fell in doesn't cause a problem for me. However, there's definitely one certain aspect that I'm having trouble swallowing. Alright. Hold it! What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time?
I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hand. He made to attack Mr. Real while holding both the knife and the revolver, and then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Real grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That's how Mr. Real wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that's more than possible.
Yes, it's possible, but...
Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got.
Show me what you've got! Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony.
I don't see any point of that. But, as you please.
That gun is really... Yeah, they...
No.
Close range of the gun, obviously. Because of the burn holes.
Yep. Objection! Yeah, I knew that one. So you believe that they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it's written out in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rel's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards.
The original one too.
Yeah, this is... I love this song so much. Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rel moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation.
What a completely foolish line, or a foolish slope, from a thoroughly foolish fool.
Oh my gosh, Ziggy, you're on fire with that.
If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who?
The person that attacked first with murderous intent, that would be...
Neither of them.
Neither of them. The real culprit.
Yeah.
Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit.
Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup made to look like they killed each other, I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves there is a third person involved?
The plastic bag? Because, I mean, it was on the desk, not where they were killed.
Well, this one was on the floor, though.
But what about the
Yeah,
pen?
but there was also, like, moved way far out there. I feel like that bag is really worth its salt, because the real, like, the clean ones were on the desk, and the other ones were on there. How were those ones not also messed up as well?
seems as if Faraday was in the habit of using very nice fountain pens. That's the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all. Well, I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine. Really? You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something. That wasn't exactly a compliment, detective.
Yeah, I think it's the. I still think it's the bag. There's blood inside one of them, blood outside the other.
I rather say it's okay.
I'm confident in my assessment.
Alright. Take that! You're right, wow. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it, those two items point to the presence of a third person.
How so?
Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for a moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from which they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence.
Dang. Clever.
Wow, Edgeworth.
Clever. Please don't cross anyone. Looks like there's a long way to go in this investigation.
Yes.
Objection!
That... Oh, it's Classic Judge and Callisto.
He's danced up. Look at him.
Yeah, man, both of them.
What's the heck? What the heck's up with you, pal? Alright, Ziggy.
Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
What?
What?
What's the meaning of this?
Looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates.
Yeah.
Your own subordinates.
Don't you dare.
That detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie.
Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain for himself. I'll let you do judge for this one, Star.
I saw it with my own eyes. I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there's no one in the hallway.
What?
Hey, Mr. Ed. So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie?
You're going really fast for the whole lying thing. Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday?
No! Of course not, sir!
It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective. Which basically renders his testimony a complete lie. And wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles.
First time I've heard Francisco not call someone by their full name, just the first name. Wow.
He's so scruffy.
Yeah. There's that too, but yeah. Anyways, I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Is that statement really a lie?
Detective Gumshoe, you're now suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me.
I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Hold it! Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not?
Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. Put that
All
finger away.
I will wag this finger all I want.
I will shoot it off.
All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish for a disciple of Von Karma, after all.
Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something.
What's that?
What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about?
Motive, obviously. Why would he do it to begin with?
I suppose the one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime.
Motive, huh? Gumshoe? Got a grudge against Faraday or anything?
No, sir! Not me! Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir!
Is that a fact?
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling you, I am not lying!
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know? If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right now.
Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to the flights of fancy, because all I am interested in is the perfect explanation.
You're so serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice.
His mother.
It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale, and Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you nitwit."
Wow.
A brainy detective suddenly getting his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation?
We don't have to prove anything for this. You know why?
Why?
Because if Gumshoe wanted to murder because of a salary cut, he would have killed every single person in this goddamn city to begin with.
Yeah.
There is not a damn sentence of that that's correct. But in addition, I think we need to press the last one because she didn't mention the other dude.
Yeah. You totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge.
That too.
Oh, really?
Quiet. I can't trust anything you say.
Sir? There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Misused perfect explanation may not be so perfect at all.
Yeah, I think we start at the end, actually.
Alright.
Because nothing here is anything like Gumshoe. Period.
Yeah. Alright. Hold it!
I don't think it's that perfect.
You call your explanation perfect.
It's not like your liking.
Is it not to your liking?
Is it not to your liking?
Unfortunately for you, it's not. It's just not up to my standards.
Oh? Is there something you want to clarify in that case?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes!
Yes.
Alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. Motive for killing Mr. Rao. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rao?
His motive for killing Mr. Rao? Like I would know.
If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred. Wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves?
No. In that case, I I have absolutely no idea.
What? But that's impossible. She must know something.
Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh.
I didn't even do anything and you're already laughing away.
Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway.
Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation.
Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. Or is that
Requisite.
Or is that a requisite trait for being a bad karma? Miles Edgeworth, I demand you shut this rude woman up.
I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second.
Oh well. I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids.
Alright.
Motive to kill the men.
There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Real.
Oh, well, no, there is.
All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two. Mr. Real, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they had killed each other.
I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. Well, they're both connected.
Good old KG8. Yep, easy.
Yep.
Alright.
There's one guy involved with all this, and that's that guy.
Yep. The second KG8 incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member, and the 2 men who both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them?
Maybe.
That first one.
Yeah.
We just need to present that KG8 incident.
Yeah. I'm gonna save your just in case.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yep. Objection! Miss Yu, I believe that there's someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up?
What do you mean?
We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG8 incident. And a member of the Kodopian embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Kodopian embassy staff, Mr. Rao. And the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men?
Well, I suppose he might have a reason to kill.
You covered me for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this leak out.
Hold it. So you want to investigate Cochin? You'd just be wasting your time.
Why is that? Why is that?
He's dead. I killed him. Anyway, Cochin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
The only real suspect we have is still Detective Dempsey.
I suppose so. No way! Come on, Detective Bad, you've gotta believe me, sir! I really was in that hallway the whole time, sir! I never took a single step into this room, sir! Starting to sound like Meekins there, buddy.
Okay, then you're saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway?
No, there was no one else, sir!
Why should I believe you didn't do it?
That is one incredibly foolish detective. Standing right in front of the crime scene, all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt.
I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would at the very least offer up "I spaced out while on duty" or the like.
Come on, Gumshoe. Time for your interrogation.
Detective Bad.
You're bad. Miles Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa.
And that, as they say, that is that right, everyone? Ho ho ho!
I'm Santa Claus
Santa?
now.
No, we don't need to worry about Stan. There's no.
The next time we'll see him is on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh?
Actually,
Before we do miss you, there's something I'd like to speak with you about.
What is it?
we'll talk with him.
So, what did you want to ask me about?
First things first.
Why do my
we
makeup?
already
The match thing, remember?
We already did that, yeah. The current case of a murder of the murdered Codopian Embassy staff member, I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8 incident.
Only among you law enforcement types.
You're a lawyer. What? Lawyer.
And what about it?
I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8 incident.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers.
No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG-8 incident.
I'd appreciate it if you stopped with a false accusation. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know?
I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here.
Think you can stop making that ultra serious face in front of me?
God, if you could just please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KG-8 incident she is.
Alright, I guess you just presented the KG-8 incident.
Yeah, because CCU. Who?
Yeah.
Miss you. I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG-8 incident.
That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG-8 incident?
Oh. The victim. Yeah, just had to check. Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case?
Sorry, but we're not related.
What?
Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face. I couldn't help it.
Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth. Does she take anything seriously?
Nope. Alright. Then I'll tell you everything I know.
First, the KG.
You don't need to go in order. Why didn't Mr. Kochin want to meet with you earlier?
Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer in this case after he arrived. He figured he should say hi, and no other thing. And one other thing. Looks like he couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, stop it with the scary face already. I'm fine. Really. I gave him a good slap across the face.
The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kind of creepy.
But it's just, as Mr. Bad said, he's not related to the double murder. I asked around, and people in the gallery claimed that he was in a state the entire time. Talk about cruel fate.
Alright. As you...
She guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU.
As I thought.
And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial. But Manny Cochin? Well, by Manny Cochin. But because he was tried once. And was acquitted. He gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree.
All because of a lack of evidence.
No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist.
What?
I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself, after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence.
Then the evidence had been tampered with?
Isn't it like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring began out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out we were in league with each other all along.
How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation?
I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense. In this case that people are calling the second KG8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, you know?
You mean you think that this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring?
I don't know what to think. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. I guess I wasn't much help, huh?
That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life.
Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we?
Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see.
Look at you with your game face on, ready to go.
I'm making no such face.
Did you know, laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth? Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time?
I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter.
There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up.
And there she goes.
There she goes, laughing all the way.
The KG8 incident and this murder investigation. It is my belief these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus, that Detective Gumshoe, it's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer, can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth.
And that
Oh,
is where we
Jeez, that was great. This is great so far. This case is probably my favorite so far. Honestly.
Yeah.
Interesting outcome.
All right, and thank you so much, Star Wolf, for being a new addition to the crew. We do these streams every Sunday, and occasionally I'm starting next year. I'm probably going to be doing more streams during the week because I want to get back to a little game called Night in the Woods.
Yes.
Ooh, yes. I heard about that game, and yes, it is a fun.
I've been enjoying it so far. So, anyways. This is it for the stream tonight. We will be back next Sunday with some more Ace Attorney investigations. Let's find someone to raid. And
Yep.
All right.
Let's see who we will raid.
I think I'm gonna.
I'm going to raid your fridge, Star.
Mm.
I'm going to raid your fridge. You got any snacks?
Let's raid my good old buddy Seabean. I haven't raided him.
Would you like an orange?
Yeah, sure.
For you an egg in these trying times.
All right.
Hey, here's something.
All right, ready up, Raiders. Ready up, Raiders. All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next Sunday for some more Ace Attorney investigations. This has been DJ Foxy. See you all next time. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye to all.
I do a little bit of an